Ladies and gentlemen, may I please introduce ZZ Top Comix.
Synopsis of ZZ Top Comix #1. The Delta Factor.
The original rock and roll comic book.
Brought to you exclusively by Lone Wolf Productions and Warner Brothers Records.
Contests, posters, prizes, giveaways, discounts, and of course, ZZ Top.
Hold on a second. Is this really a comic book? Or is this just the most ingenious marketing tool ever invented for a rock and roll band?
Both. You'd better buy an extra one for your little brother, or he's gonna tell your parents you sweep your garbage under your bed.
Hey kids, this here Crawfish Walking. I'm going to tell you a story right now about my boys ZZ Top. They some good boys, but they in a big heap of trouble. I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of this one. This has something to do with that satellite that I sold them about 200,000 years ago, and that's just the beginning of the story. Our narrator going to start in the year 2001.
The government of the United States of America has discovered the top secret satellite, Hillbam Motivator. The secret energy source for cosmic time travelers ZZ Top. The cloaking device has gone down, allowing one Roger Houston and the American Space Commission to plan to intercept and destroy the Hillbam Motivator. Unwittingly, they will also destroy ZZ Top, the only person on Earth who is capable of hacking the computers is Taggart Hondo.
Taggart Hondo, computer buff, computer hacker, majorly big ZZ Top fan.
Since the beginning of recorded time, Taggart has been predestined to save ZZ Top in the year 2001 by hacking the government's computers and thereby foiling their notorious plot to destroy the Hillbam Motivator, secret energy source for the band. But there's just one problem. In the year 1990, a 20-year-old Taggart Hondo dies in an emergency room from a drug overdose. It's now up to ZZ Top, cosmic time travelers, to reach through time to save Taggart's hide, thereby saving themselves in the future. Will they make it? Will they survive? Find out in the first issue of ZZ Top Comix.
You like it when I talk that way? Yeah, see, that's me, Johnny Neptune.
I'm just sketching a little picture of Dusty here so you can see just exactly how fast I draw. While I draw this, I'd like to tell you a little gist of the story. It's about a guy named Taggart Hondo who's a computer buff in the year 1991. He goes into drugs. Next thing you know, he's smoking crack cocaine and he dies of a heart attack. Unfortunately enough for ZZ Top, because since the beginning of time, they've been counting on him. He's been predestined to save them in the future. When Roger Houston and the ISSC Space Commission decide to intercept the Hillbam Motivator satellite featured in the video stages. So they have to come back through time, grab Taggart Hondo, and take him on a trip through life, past, present, and future. show him his mistakes, and in the end, everything turns out okay. The name Delta Factor comes from Delta 3, the mission headed by Roger Houston to bring the Hill-Band Motivator satellite down to Earth and dissect it. It also relates to the Delta Blues Museum. A lot of people want to know where ZZ Top got their one-string guitars. It was from Crawfish Walker, who's from the Delta area. He claims to be the godfather of the blues, but no one's ever really heard of him before. The Hill-Band Motivator satellite is actually the one featured in Stage's video. A lot of different concepts will be taken from past videos and from the forthcoming record and videos to make a continuity to the reader, so that it appears there has been a story this whole time. They just weren't aware of it until they read this comic book. The comic book kind of finalizing this past 3-record segment that's gone on with ZZ Top. There's going to be a lot of marketing and promotional gimmicks wrapped up in this comic book. It'll be sold in point-of-purchase displays and concert venues. It'll be sold also through the mail order. As they go through their trip through life, past, present, future, first Dusty comes to Taggart on the operating table. Taggart is dead. He takes him through life past to show him his past mistakes. Next, Frank comes into the picture, takes him on a journey through life present, showing him the drug abuse and his death. Finally, Billy comes along and shows him the future and how important he is to ZZ Top's future. He's the only one who can save them. They also show him his future wife, Jill Hondo, who, if it wasn't for the grace of ZZ Top, he would never have met. Also, when Taggart was 15 years old, his father gave him this rusty old Cadillac. He never quite got it running. It was just a rust bucket, but thanks to ZZ, at the end of the story, the car is outside of the hospital parking lot, perfectly ratted out to the Cadzilla, and Taggart wakes from his coma with the ZZ Top keys in his hand. There is a 20th anniversary giant fold-out poster in the center fold of the comic book, and also the reader can send away through mail order for a giant poster of the cover of the comic book. I propose that this comic book should be sold in concert venues and through point-of-purchase display booths, similar to sweatshirts or t-shirts, or through mail order by Lone Wolf Production. I also would like to propose a mini comic booklet, if you will, to be distributed freely, a 4-page, black and white, very simple, small, tiny comic that entices the reader, acts as bait, gives them a little bit of the gist of the story, and then invites them to purchase the comic book at the point-of-purchase display booth. Also, if they take it home, which I'm sure they will, it'll be a collector's item, the back page rips off and acts as a mail order form for the comic book. Other marketing items in the book would be a contest, possibly meet ZZ Top. The rules are that you have to enter by sending the actual form cut out of the comic book and no facsimile thereof, meaning that to enter the contest you've already popped the money for the book. There's other things in it, ZZ Topics. It talks about the boys. They each get their turn to talk about important issues to them. There's puzzles, mazes, games, trivia pages. It's lots of fun for adults or children. That's the main thing. This book is for everybody. It's just basically for those who love to rock and roll. Also, I'm open to product association inserts in the comic book. For example, if it would be Pepsi, Coca-Cola, whatever soft drink you want, it can always be in one of their hands, or one of the characters can take a sip of it. I'm not too proud. I'll put in anything in my comic book that you guys want. There's all kinds of things for the contest also. I'm proposing to send second place prizes of neon signs to the runners-up. These are the guys: Dusty, Frank, and Billy. ZZ Top. I love you guys. I'm looking forward to working with you. Thanks for watching my presentation. Bye.